Okay, so do you fancy yourself as an e-scooter mechanic? Or if you've got a broken X8 or a Turboant X7 Pro, or any of the other scooters that are basically the X8s but just rebadged differently, then in this video we'll go through the steps with our mechanic here to show you how to replace the display controller. If you'd like to see more repair or how to do videos such as this, then please subscribe to the channel, and also if there's a video you want to see, then let us know in the comments below. So we had this scooter in the workshop the other day, and as you can see the rear light is flashing as if the brake lever was applied. So we checked the switch in the brake and that was okay. There were no error messages on the display indicating the controller was broken, so the controller was okay. So that just left us with the display. So before you start stripping your scooter to bits, just check that the little switch there, you can see it here, that little white thing is not stuck. If it is stuck, then just give it a poke with a screwdriver, and then that should make the brake light go off. If it doesn't, then you will need to replace your display unit. So you'll need to remove the head of the stem. So that's held on by 4 screws, so 2 screws on each side plus 1 under the light. And the tools that you will require for this are a Torx T25 Allen key, a long shafted Phillips screwdriver, and a normal Phillips screwdriver, and obviously you need a new display unit. When you're buying a new display, make sure that the number matches your old one, otherwise it will not work. So first of all, turn your scooter off and remove the battery, and then get your Torx T25 tool and then remove the 2 screws on each side plus the 1 under the light. You don't need a fancy tool like we've got here. You can just use a cheap T25 Allen key. Okay, so when you've got the head unit off, we'll just go to another video just to show you what you've got to do now. So inside the head unit, well, there are 4 screws holding the cover to the display. So you need a long shafted screwdriver to get at these screws, otherwise you'll find that the screwdriver will get in the way of the stem and you can't get the right angle. So you need a long screwdriver just to be able to make sure that you can get at those screws. Okay, so we'll now remove those 4 screws. And you might need to give it a pat to make sure that they all come out. And it's just taken the cover off. You can actually see it on the workbench. So that is what the display looks like. It's held on just by 3 screws at the 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock position. There isn't one at the 6 o'clock position, so you now need to remove those screws using the Phillips screwdriver. Okay, so now is removing those screws. You might find it's a pair of pliers or some tweezers will help you actually pull the screws out. Okay, so once the units have been unscrewed, you can then remove the connectors to the old display. Just take them off one at a time and then replace them on the new units in exactly the same position. So this way you can't go wrong. You'll notice here that the display PCB boards are different colours, but that doesn't matter because the number on the sticker is the same. So these 2 are compatible. So once you've put all of the connectors back on, you can then re-screw it. So just put those screws back in. That's 12 o'clock position, 9 o'clock position and 3 o'clock position. And then put the 4 screws holding the cover to display back on. Just make sure the cover is located in its seat properly and there's no wires preventing you from closing it properly. Once you've done that, you can then put the head unit back on the stem. And put in those screws back in. Nice socks, by the way. If you want to see more videos like this, then please subscribe to the channel, and also if you want to see something different or you've got a problem, if you just put it in the comments below, we do tend to get back to people. Right, let's test it. So turn the kickstart off and lift the front wheel up. Yeah, that's working. See, simple job.